Thank you. To formally open the session, I now invite Dr. Ananda Vaishnavi to deliver the welcome address. Ma'am, please.
Pleasant evening to one all present here. Hearty welcome to our respected resource person, Dr. Mahendran Maniam sir from Malaysia. On behalf of the college, team FDP and participants, I wish hearty congratulations to you, sir, on your award and the cash award, everything.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. It's my pleasure to welcome our participants across the country who have been eagerly waiting to listen to the deliberation. I welcome our respected head, Dr. P.D. Selvia, my department colleagues, and the organizing members. Once again, I welcome you all.
Thank you, ma'am, for your warm words. Next, I request Dr. S. Priya to introduce today's esteemed resource person. Ma'am, please.
Good evening, everyone. It is indeed a privilege and an honor to introduce today's distinguished resource person, Dr. Mahendran Maniam, Associate Professor in the Faculty of Language and Communication, Sultan Idris Education University, Malaysia. Dr. Mahendran Maniam is an eminent academician and researcher in the field of TESOL and applied linguistics. He obtained his diploma in teaching from Penang Teachers Training College, B.Ed from Putra University, Malaysia, M.Ed from the University of Malaya, and PhD from the International Islamic University of Malaysia. With an illustrious career that began as an English language teacher, Dr. Mahendran has served in various government and independent institutions across Malaysia. His professional journey reflects a deep commitment to excellence in teaching, research, and teacher education. At present, he serves as an associate professor at Sultan Idris Education University and as a visiting professor at Bharat Institute of Higher Education and Research, Chennai, and Infrastructure University, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. His research interests include applied linguistics, teacher education, second language acquisition, and language learning strategies. Dr. Mahendran has guided numerous masters and doctoral scholars, adjudicated more than 200 PhD theses, and served as a convener in several VOC sessions. A prolific researcher and passionate educator, he has also authored picture books for young learners and actively participates in academic and social discussions related to education and societal change. He is a proud member of several professional bodies, including MELTA, HETSA, MAL, SAL, and Asia TEFL, and has received multiple awards for his outstanding contribution to teaching and research. We are truly delighted to have such a distinguished scholar with us today to share his insights on the topic, Harnessing Multilingualism, Pathways to Cognitive Growth, Identity Formation, and Language. With immense respect and enthusiasm, we now invite Dr. Mahendran Maniam to take over the session. Sir, the virtual stage is yours, please.
Okay, thank you so much. Yes, I think I had enough time to take a deep breath just now. I hope everyone here is, with God's blessing, everyone is doing well. And whenever universities from India call me for this kind of a keynote or sharing session, I always will say yes, although I'm very busy. I just came back from Coimbatore. I was giving a keynote in PSG. So the universities in India, so many universities, I'm attached to them, and they are all close to my heart. This is just a little bit about my background. Yeah, so I'm in Malaysia, but I'm closely attached to universities in Tamil Nadu. I think I'm attached to at least about 15 universities. 15 universities. All the universities you can check with the English department. I'm there as an external examiner for PhD. So far, I've read or adjudicated more than 230 PhD theses. PhD theses, and out of 230, I think more than 130 comes from India. Okay. Even in fact, this morning I received one from Bardea University, from PSG, and many more. This is just to motivate you. So some young lecturers I see, the camera is on, I can see some young lecturers. So this is just to motivate you. Don't stop here. Keep talking, move on, do something so that one day I want to see you as a successful lecturer like me. Okay. All right. So with that note, I'm going to share my PPT. Here in Malaysia, we always call it slides, but in India, I see everyone calls it PPT. Yeah? Here we just say slides. Yeah. So I just share my slides. And another misunderstanding I had with Dr. Priya Dashini was in Malaysia, when we say faculty, faculty means it's the department. But here, I know over there, faculty means the staff, yeah, the lecturers. So that was another misunderstanding, yeah, that I had in the beginning. Yeah. So welcome to this session. I will try to finish all my PPTs, and if you have any questions after that, you can always ask me. Anything to do with education. I'm into applied linguistics. So I hope everyone here is somehow related to language teaching, and I'm into language teaching, applied linguistics, and doctoral supervision is another area that I like so much. Currently, when I'm talking to you, I'm supervising 20 PhD students, 20, not one or two. At this moment, I have 20 PhD students with me. Okay, out of that, another 12 have already graduated. So all in is about 32. So this is another area that I like. If you have questions on that, you can also ask me. Yeah. Okay, let me share my slides. I hope it goes well. Yeah. The screen. Okay, share. Right. Okay, can someone just say yes if you can see my slides?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. All right. If something goes wrong with the movement of the slides, just tell me, because I can only see my slides now. Until if I finish, I can only see my
Sure,
slides.
sir. Sure, sir.
Okay. All right.
Sure, sir.
All right. All right. So this is me, and my topic today will be harnessing multilingualism, pathways to cognitive growth, identify formation and language. Yeah. And my overview, my topic basically will be today on definition and scope of multilingualism. I myself is multilingual, so therefore this topic is multilingualism is something close to my heart, because I can speak in of course in my mother tongue, Tamil, and the national language here is called the Malay language, Bahasa Malaysia. And then we, of course, English, being a Thessalian, and I also can speak and write a little bit of Chinese. Chinese. So multilingualism is something close to my heart. So I'm also going to talk about the benefits, cognitive benefits, identify the cultural benefits, identity and cultural benefits, language maintenance and shift, educational models and policies, global examples, challenges and solutions, case studies and recommendations and conclusions. All my info that I'm giving here is based on my reading. Yeah, I don't simply use Canva or ChatGPT to do all these things. Yeah, the details that I'm going to share is basically from my experience. Yeah, and it's good that your department, the organizing department, has invited me, because it's good to have ChatGPT or artificial intelligence together with a speaker who has so much of experience. Next time, even if it is not me, if you're inviting speakers to your universities or to your colleges, make sure you invite someone with experience, because if a person is coming here to talk about all these things, Canva and ChatGPT and AI can do all these things. So you need to add experience to what you have in ChatGPT, in artificial intelligence. So what is multilingualism? Of course, it is ability to use more than one languages, and you should be able to distinguish from bilingualism, 2 languages versus multilingualism, 3 or more. So, of course, in Malaysia, English is taught as a second language. We call it ESL. My PhD is on TESOL, teaching of English as a second language. Okay, and I've worked in many other countries that has English as a foreign language. Like Indonesia, I worked in Indonesia. English is taught as a foreign language. In China, English is taught as a foreign language, EFL. And unfortunately, in India, we do not have these categories. We don't say ESL or EFL, because in India, the status of English is just a formal language. It is not. It has not been gazetted as ESL or EFL. So different modes: simultaneous, sequential, additive, and subtractive. And for dimension of multilingualism, if you are multilingual, you should be able to be what you call this. People often have a dominant language they have most comfortable with, and other languages may be minority or less proficient. So in multilingualism, many people are using one dominant language, and they are also good at other languages. That this is the multilingualism that I'm talking about. So not everyone can speak can be multilingual and equally competent in all the languages. But for me, I believe that I am equally competent in all the languages. So some of the issues that you have when you have if you are a multilingual, you can see that in the classrooms in Malaysia. You can see. I think I have seen this also with some of my PhD students in India. You have these issues of code switching, diglossia, and translanguaging. Not only among the students but also among the teachers. Or lecturers. Why focus on multilingualism? Because of globalization, migration, and diaspora. People and cultures move and connect globally. But I think in India, you do not have much issues with people with different cultures, especially in Tamil Nadu. I see basically all of them have the same background, same socio-linguistic issues. But in Malaysia, we are multilingual. So we have many issues. We have Chinese, we have Indians, and we have the locals, the Malays. So because of these three languages, there's always mother tongue interference when they write English. Whenever I teach English, we have mother tongue interference. So my PhD is mostly on mother tongue interference. So if there are students or teachers here, lecturers here, please look into the possibility of doing a PhD thesis based on mother tongue interference in Tamil Nadu, maybe. Because among the 200 theses that I have read from India and from Delhi and from the northern part of India, everyone is doing literature. I'm sorry to say this. Try to come out of that literature. Everyone, eco-criticism, feminism. Sometimes I'm sick and tired of reading this kind of thesis because everyone wants to do that. ELT is very minimum, and because no one likes to do ELT, so the teaching, I believe the teaching and learning of English in most of your schools and the colleges are actually taught by not by ELT experts but by literature experts. This is the random study I did in Tamil Nadu. Most of the teachers or most of the lecturers, instructors are all majoring in literature, but they are actually teaching ELT. So this is another issue that of course colleges and universities in Tamil Nadu should look into. Whenever we have multilingualism issue in India, whenever I did research, I always find that instructors without the background of ELT are teaching English language, not literature. So this is one of the problems that you have to tackle in a multilingual situation. So you have to have a teacher or an instructor who is an expert in ELT, not in literature. So this is a big issue that I realize that is taking place in Tamil Nadu. Yeah. So let's talk about multilingualism and cognitive growth. Yeah. Why we multilingualism helps to enhance cognitive growth is because bilingual and culturally diverse individuals often show stronger executive control, because of their working ability, memory, and inhibition. Children in multilingual environments perform better, on cognitive flexibility task. So if you have students in your college or in schools with this multilingual ability, you should be glad to have them, because they literature and previous studies have shown that children with multilingual ability perform better in school and in even in at university level. This better problem solving and creativity is also another contribution from you knowing many languages, more than 2 languages. I'm not telling that just by knowing 1 language or 2 languages you are not an expert, but from my experience, from my research, you can Google me. You just say put Dr. Mahendran Maniam. You can see hundreds of articles published by me, and I realized that from my research that students who are multilingual are better at solving problem, and they are also creativity. That's why I say this. It helps in cognitive growth. Okay. Another issue, in multilingualism is brain plasticity, improved attention control. Diverse cognitive demands enhance brain adaptability and task switching abilities. Bilinguals show greater activation in prefrontal cortex during attention task. This is also from a research by Green, DW, and Abu Tadel. What is this? The author's name is Abu Talebi, Abu Talebi J. Okay, this is a research, and they have proven that multilingual learners have better cognitive growth, and they are performing better at higher order thinking skills. They are good. In a recent study that we did in Malaysia, we realized that students who are multilingual are also good at higher order thinking task. When you give them a task, these multilingual students are performing better in HOTS. We call it HOTS, HOTS, higher order thinking skills. Meanwhile, students with 1 language, they are more interested in performing in lower order thinking skills. Most of the questions they answer in the English language classroom are more into lower order thinking skills. Okay, cognitive benefits, executive function inhibition, and task switching. Bilinguals can better ignore distractions and switch tasks efficiently. Example: a child fluent in 2 languages can switch between sorting tasks faster. By color, then shape, and so on. Of course, you might ask me, the participants of this talk might ask me, if you are bilingual and multilingual, there's always another issue of mother tongue interference. Sometimes the mother tongue interference can be positive, and sometimes it can be negative. If you are doing research on multilingualism, definitely you must know the term, positive transfer and negative transfer. Okay, so sometimes the only issue I have with Malaysian students, those who have more than 2 languages, whether they are bilingual or multilingual, The only problem when they write in English is their mother tongue interference. Other than that, they are extremely good, and sometimes translanguaging actually helps them to write better. Yeah. This is meta-linguistic awareness, understanding how language works. Greater awareness of grammar structure and word meaning. Yeah? Bilingual children can explain why a sentence is grammatically incorrect more easily than monolingual peers. This one we have to agree on this because it has been proven by research that bilingual can explain why a sentence is grammatically incorrect because the sentence structure in English and your L1 and L2 they differ, so therefore the students will be able to distinguish the grammatical difference between these two languages, and therefore they can explain why a sentence is grammatically incorrect because they have the synthetical knowledge of both the languages. Yeah. I try to rush. Yeah, quickly I go. 1 minute, yeah. I have to sort these papers in front of me. I think I put it in play mode because I cannot see it clearly here. Yeah, this will be better, yeah. So language maintenance versus language shift. Okay, definitions, it means maintenance means continued use of a heritage or minority language across generation. Shift means a gradual move to a dominant language, leading to loss of the minority language. Okay, in many countries and also in Malaysia, we have experienced this. When a language is not used in the school system, that language will slowly disappear, and there will be other dominant languages leading and taking over. I think that could be one of the reasons why in Tamil Nadu refused to accept Hindi as a compulsory subject in the school system, although that is a national language. Yeah, okay, that is a bit political. I don't want to talk about it, but factors causing the shift will be because of higher prestige or dominant language. Yeah, like in Malaysia, we have 3 main languages. So the factors that cause things to the language to shift is because there will be one language more dominant than the other. Greater utility for jobs and education. My PhD student recently did his PhD on the language used in interview, in job seekers, and he realized that students who have better understanding of a language are hired, because when the interviewer asks them a question and the respondents are not answering in a complex sentence, they are not hired, because according to the managers of hiring companies, they say the respondents are not good enough and they are not multitasking, and therefore they are not hired. This student who did this PhD, he actually analyzed more than 100 job seekers, and when they were interviewed, and he also decided to look into why they were not hired. And he realized that one of the reasons is because job seekers are not answering in full sentence. Yeah. So if one language is dominant, another language will slowly disappear. Yeah, because there is no economic power in that particular language. So being multilingual, so you must know which language to use for economical purpose. Okay. In Malaysia, for example, the Indians mostly will go to the Tamil school. Yeah, Tamil school, that's a vernacular school, which teaches, the medium of instruction is in Tamil. But in terms of economical values, Tamil is not going to help them to get greater jobs because it does not have economic power. Although is my mother tongue, I feel sad to say this. So therefore, the number of students registering in the Tamil schools is dwindling in Malaysia. It has been going, uh, dwindling very badly, and some schools are facing the challenges of being closed because we do not have enough number of students. Okay, so what I'm trying to tell you here is the language with greater prestige of the economic power will perform better. More and more people will start to engage into that particular language. Yeah. I will share these slides. So if I'm missing some of my notes here, you don't worry. I'm going to share this with the organizer, and you can get it later from the organizing committee. Yeah. This is actually Wales language revival. Some of the measures taken in one of the language that is about to disappear is Welsh made compulsory in school. Some languages, when they are slowly disappearing, you can make it compulsory. Bilingual road signs and public services, and Welsh language TV and radio also using these are the measures to revive the language so that more and more people will listen to the language. This is one of the issues that I want to share with you, how language can disappear and how you can revive it and bring it into action so that that language can be used by many people. Yeah. Effects and on identity, boost in national pride and cultural. This is, I'm talking about the language that was about to disappear, and now it is being reintroduced so that the younger generations will be more connected to Welsh heritage. Can the organizer tell me how many minutes I have, someone? Dr. Priya?
Sir, if that is okay, we can have up to 8:40 so that we can have a 5 minutes of interactive session.
Okay. This is the issue in Singapore. Another sample that I want to talk about multilingualism is a country that is close to Malaysia that I always visit because I have some kind of a connection with Nanyang Polytechnic. Nanyang Polytechnic is a very popular university in Singapore. So I visit these universities, and some of the issues that we have in Singapore is because they have 4 official languages. Singapore recognizes English, Mandarin, Malay, and Tamil as official languages. But the system in Singapore is they do not have a school for Tamil, or they do not have a special school for Mandarin. But in Malaysia, I just give you the scenario so that you understand better what is happening in this part of the world. In Malaysia, from primary 1 to primary school, parents can choose whether to send your children to Tamil schools or to the Chinese schools or to the national schools. Okay, but after 6 years of being in that primary school, then after that you cannot have a school in your mother tongue. After these 6 years, all of them will go to a secondary school using the one and only medium, that is the secondary school medium. And whether you are from the Chinese school or Tamil school, when you go to the secondary school, that is when you are 13 years old, or in India, you call it 7th standard. When you go to the 7th standard, all of them have to merge and come to the same secondary school. Okay, so in Singapore, it's a different story, because in Singapore, they go to the primary and secondary, but they make sure mother tongue is taught in that particular school. You have one school system, but mother tongue is taught. But in Malaysia, you have different schools. So parents can choose to send either in Tamil school, Chinese school, or the national school. Yeah. Mother tongue policy in school, students must study their designated mother tongue language alongside English. Yeah. So in Singapore, it is like that. It depends on. If you ask me which system is good for multilingualism, I do not have straight answer, but I would say that if you are going through the school system like Malaysia, where you go to a Tamil school, then after 6 years you join back the national school, I think that should be better because you get a better understanding in a school that teaches using your mother tongue as the medium of instruction. But in Singapore, it's not like that. You go to only one type of school, but Tamil and Chinese and Malay are taught in that national school. Okay, so that's the difference. Little bit about my my country. I'm just sharing with you about what's happening in Malaysia and Singapore. Yeah. So multilingualism as a national identity promotes unity and respect for diverse ethnic groups. Yeah, multilingualism seen as a core part of Singapore's cultural fabric. Yeah, so in Singapore, the system works very well for them because they are small number. Yeah, in Malaysia, it is quite difficult to do what Singapore is doing because we have a big number. And in Malaysia and Singapore, we have one curriculum, one policy that is applied to all the states. Unlike in India, different state you have different curriculum, but in Malaysia it's not like that. Even in China, I've taught in China. In China, different province will have a different curriculum. Okay, so you cannot apply one curriculum in one province to all the provinces. I think in China they have about 32 provinces, like states. So each state have their own policy and their own curriculum in terms of teaching English. So if you are multilingual and if you are multilingual in Malaysia, you can use it in all the states. But if you are multilingual in China or in India, I find the students having problem, difficulty because different states. A student from Tamil Nadu, when he goes to Delhi, maybe probably he might find it difficult to cope up with the school system or the university system because of the language difference. But I know many Indians. My good friend, who is the vice chancellor of one of your universities in Tamil Nadu, he studied in Delhi, University of New Delhi, and I see that his Hindi is very good. So one of the criteria, if you are going to Delhi to study in the university there, of course you have to learn Hindi. Yeah. So multilingualism really helps there. But if you multilingualism also becomes an issue because we have political values and we have politicians who will go against some policies. In terms of languages, when languages are concerned, there are many politicians who are against a certain policy, and it is very difficult for many countries to implement and to practice multilingualism because of political issues. Yeah, so these are the constraints of having being multilingual and teaching different variety of languages. Yeah. Now coming to India, from what I see, many official languages, states with different language policies. This is what I said just now. If you are in Tamil Nadu, it's very difficult for you to. Maybe after this, if you have questions, you can ask me about this. Maybe someone can clarify to me. I might be wrong, but from my observation, in India, there are many languages, states with different language policies. Yeah. So students who go to the private school will use English as a medium for instruction, and those who are going to the government schools, they will use either Tamil or Hindi or other language as a medium of instruction. Yeah. One university in Punjab has invited me many times, but I have no time to visit the university in Punjab. But I told them I will try to come next year. That is one state that I have not visited because I want to analyze and I want to do a small research there on how these language issues are handled in Punjab. Yeah. Example, bilingual mother tongue, English medium schools. These are all issues in India. Challenges is balancing regional languages with English and Hindi. Yeah. So as I said earlier, I personally find that if there is an extra language for a student, if there's an opportunity for an extra language to be learned, then it is good to learn. I mean, after all, it's a language. You can learn a language and still be patriotic. Yeah, that's what I always tell in all the government or NGO debates or in conferences. Um, the perception here, many politicians think that if you are learning English, you are going to be less Malay. Malay means the main people in Malaysia. They are all Malays. So some Malay politicians are saying that if you learn too much or if you are too much into English, you are going to be less Malay. Or some Tamil schools here believe that if you learn too much of English, you're going to be a less Hindu. So my argument is you can learn English and still be a Hindu and still be a Malay or Muslim or Christian. Yeah, and you still have the patriotic values with you. So if English teachers or lecturers in this room who are listening to me do not allow political leaders and school management to interfere the teaching and learning of English, giving this as a reason. Yeah. And in Canada, in Quebec, you have French versus English language dynamics. These are all examples. I'm not going to repeat everything. I just go to the important things that I want to. This is another example in Latin America because being multilingual. These are the example in Africa. I've not worked in Africa, so probably one day I'll be able to go there and see how languages play a role in Africa. That's one country that I always wanted to go because there are so many. South India itself, South Africa itself got 11 official languages. Example, Zulu is a popular language. And these are the issues, unequal access to education and services in all languages. Yeah. So one language that dominates politically or economically will shine, and the other languages will just die a slow death. Yeah, that's what is happening in Nigeria and South Africa. I have students, PhD students from Nigeria, and for some reason, the English is very good. I don't know how Nigerians can speak good English. Yeah, because according to them, in their country, they have dozens of local languages spoken. And English is still used as an official language, and these Nigerians who come to Malaysia to further their studies, they are extremely good. I find that the English is extremely good. Yeah, so probably because English is dominated by the higher class people in Africa, in Nigeria. So therefore, these people who come to Malaysia to study are all from the higher class, yeah. So the English is extremely good. This, wait, if it is important, I will share. Let's skip next one. Cognitive versus identity trait of and balances. Tension with two dominant languages. Promoting only the dominant language can weaken minority language identity. And this is also another issue we have in Malaysia because the national language is the Malay language. We call it Bahasa Melayu, and that language is a compulsory language in all the school system, and that is because it is a national language, and everyone must pass. Yeah, must get a pass in their examination, the major examination. Otherwise, you won't get a full certificate. So when one language dominates other language because of political power, that means the minority language will lose its identity. Yeah. Do not overemphasize on major language literacy. Yeah? Focus on reading, writing, and dominant language may marginalize the home and heritage languages. In Malaysia, for example, nowadays I see even parents in a Tamil educated family, they have a huge what do you call this gap because the children refuse to speak Tamil and only the parents know Tamil. Therefore, they find it quite difficult because The Tamil that they speak in the country also has become a mixture. Yeah, we call it in Malaysia, we call it Manglish. Yeah, Manglish. So many Malaysians speak a mixture of many languages, and then they create a new language and they call it Manglish. It's like Malaysian English. Yeah. Next one will be on challenges. Challenges in harnessing multilingualism. What are the challenges? We have resource constraints, trained teachers and materials we do not have. Yeah, that's another issue. Lack of trained teachers and learning materials for minority languages. Like if you come to Malaysia, maybe in the national schools we have enough materials because they have the money. But if you go to the vernacular schools, either Chinese school or Tamil school, the teaching materials are limited, and we do not have trained teachers. So therefore, slowly, the teaching of English in vernacular schools will have major problems. Whenever I visit schools, I always check on this whether they have equal reading substance for all the languages. But unfortunately, they do not have equal learning materials for all the subjects. Yeah, one language is actually overtaking the other language because for reasons like they have like the Chinese language, although we do not have many Chinese here in Malaysia, but because of their economic power, the business industry in Malaysia is mostly controlled by Chinese. Therefore, we can see that there are many people attend Chinese classes and Chinese schools because it has some kind of economic problem. So in the challenges in harnessing multilingualism, these are the problems in Malaysia that we have. I'm sure in your country it is also the same. If you know one language and you're learning one language because it has some kind of economic power, definitely you want that language to be taught more often than languages without any economic power. Yeah. Next one. Solutions for the issues that we have in multilingualism, solutions and best practices. You can actually involve in many language programs, teacher training in multilingual pedagogy, which is also not everyone is keen. Not everyone is keen to learn 2 or 3 languages in one go because it is also very difficult because of mother tongue interference and so on. Yeah. So teacher training in multilingual pedagogy is something that I have tried, but I think some of the suggestions that I gave to the government did not work properly because of political pressure. When we want to increase the number of hours, teaching hours of English in a Chinese school or in a Tamil school, the organization, the Tamil school organizers, they would not agree. They say this is a Tamil school, so the teaching period of Tamil should be more than English. Or if you go to a Chinese school, if you want to teach English there, many people are telling that this is a Chinese school, therefore the teaching of Chinese should dominate, should be more than English. So English teachers teaching in schools whereby we have multilingual schools and multilingual speakers with many languages being taught in a school, we have this issue. English teachers always have this problem in teaching in Malaysia, vernacular schools, because of this political pressure. Yeah. Let me see. Technological support. I just want to tell you that if you want to handle multilingualism problem, then you must have all these apps. Now I think it's not a big issue because we have AI. Everyone is learning This another latest issue. I'm just sharing another latest issue I had with one of the PhD student. He used AI. You know how he used AI without being detected. He translated. He translated or he wrote in Tamil. He wrote something in Tamil, and then he asked AI to translate that into English, and then he used that as one part of his PhD proposal. Yeah, and later when we checked, although the app failed to detect this, but when I checked, I realized that this is not his work. Therefore, we failed him. We failed him because we have apps to counter that, to check whether it is a translated work or not. And my people, experts in the library, found that actually it is translated work. And then he used the translated work as part of his proposal defense, for his proposal defense. So therefore, we asked him to resubmit his 3 chapters because it is copied work. Yeah. Okay. After this, I have only a case study as my example for this discussion. I just summary. I go to the summary. And key takeaways from what I have shared here is multilingualism offers cognitive, social, identity, and economic benefit. Language shapes identity, reinforcing cultural belongings. This is actually, if you go to New Zealand, I've spoken and taught in Auckland, New Zealand. You see that the Maori identity in New Zealand is very strong. Everywhere you go in universities in New Zealand, the language, Maori language, must be part of the identity and part of the curriculum. So it was about to die. Maori language was about to die, but the government managed to revive it. And when I was in University of Auckland, even the dean started his speech with some Maori language. So now I see in 2024-25, the use of Maori language in New Zealand has really helped to reshape and give identity to the language. Okay, so if you have a language in your state or in your country about to disappear, unless there's a political will to support, nothing can be done. Educational and policy support are crucial. Dual language schools in the US help maintain Spanish among Hispanic communities. Even in the US, we have this problem of dual language school system, like how Malaysia is doing. I think that's all. So many things I cannot speak after this anymore. I would like to ask the participants here some questions, and I would like to share my experience based on multilingualism in different parts of the world. What I have shared is more from countries that are near to Malaysia, especially Singapore, and places that I have worked, like China and Indonesia. So all these countries, we have people or students from multilingual background, and we have political issues whereby one language trying to dominate the other language, and politicians misusing their power to outshine the weaker languages. So these are the issues from my traveling that I have experienced. So can I have some questions now? I stop sharing. Any questions on any educational issues that you want to ask me? You won't get an opportunity to speak a professor from Malaysia. So if you have any doubts, this is a free platform for you to ask. You want to know what is happening in Malaysia or Singapore or nearby ASEAN countries, you can ask me. So you will have a different perception, once you know what is happening in other parts of the world. Okay, please, any questions from the participants? Anyone can ask me anything, it's okay, as long as it is into education. Can I have some
Vaishnav, try
questions?
to mute somebody's
Yeah, I could
voice
hear
is disturbing.
some noise, yeah. I see Benedicta. Benedicta, you have any questions? Are you a lecturer or a PhD student?
No, she's a professor. Our students,
Oh, not a student.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
very fresh. Just now she has completed her PG and cleared NETs and joined our department this year.
Oh, awesome. So, any questions from you? Because I can see faces that I can see. I'm asking some questions. Yeah.
Sir, that was an insightful session, sir. Thank you so much.
I prefer to come there and give a talk. Not online.
So we would like to have actually.
Yes,
you're looking forward.
We are looking
Yeah.
forward to that and to visit Malaysia also.
Yeah,
if you host
please.
a conference.
If you're coming to Malaysia, give me a call. Dr. Rani Priyadarshini, she has my number, my contact. You can ask her. And if I'm coming to Tamil Nadu, I'm definitely.
So I have a question. My name is Colette Sharmila from the Department of English, Chidambaram College. How can we include tussle in our curriculum, sir? Will there be any possible, because we are an affiliated college, we are affiliated to the university. Other than the university syllabus, can we just host or introduce such courses, collaborated courses, like we can collaborate with you, with your university? Can we bring in some courses for our English students, sir? Tussle and ESL courses.
Yeah. Why not? We can have, but now because we have online platform, we can actually you in many colleges in some other countries, I see they call me to teach a particular lesson or subject that is similar to what I have, like second language acquisition. That's one paper that all the TESOL students must complete and pass, teaching of English as a second language. Maybe you can have that paper there. I don't mind sharing if you want. Then you see our pro forma, and based on that, you can polish it and make it suitable for your students in your college.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Oh. Can I know why is it no one in Tamil Nadu wants to do a PhD in ELT? Everyone is into.
Very few choose that, sir. Very few choose ELT for their research, sir.
Then how are they teaching English when they are majored when they have majored in literature? This issue I've seen. I visited SRM. I visited PSG. I visited Tamil Nadu Teacher Education University. I visited Bharat University. I visited many, Savita, and everywhere I see when I talk to the English language lecturers, they are not actually ELT lecturers. They are all into literature. And the number of theses that I received from Tamil Nadu is everybody wants to do based on a novel, the eco-criticism in this novel, the feminism in that novel. I mean, then suddenly you want to teach English. How do you teach English language after majoring in literature? That's my main concern,
Yes.
My main concern, yeah.
I think Daphne has raised his hand. Yes, Daphne.
Oh, Daphne has raised. You want to ask some question? Who's Daphne?
Yes, sir. This is Daphne Orange Mary. I'm assistant professor from the Department of English, the American College, Madurai, sir.
Have you seen me? I've been there. I've given a
yes,
keynote
sir.
there.
Yes,
You've
sir.
seen me, yeah?
Yeah, yes, sir. I was
Suresh
part of the
Frederick has already
organizing team.
retired, right?
Yes, sir. So I'm doing my PhD in English language teaching, sir.
Good.
And I
Finally,
also,
at least I have one.
and we also have some ELT courses along with our curriculum. And I choose to teach those courses rather than teaching literature courses. Of course, I teach literature too, and most
No,
preferably
give me one paper in ELT that you teach. What is the subject that you teach? Name of the paper?
varieties of English, writing for media, in
Variety of
methods of teaching English.
Okay, methodology, and you talk about methodology and all the core skills, yeah?
Yes, sir. In varieties of English, based on Kachru's 3 circles of English, we have framed the syllabus, and we teach inner circle English, outer circle English, and expanding circle English. As you presented, we also talk about Singapore English, Malaysian English, Chinese English, Japanglish,
Okay, good.
like that.
That kind of internationalization and globalization will really help in teaching English in Tamil Nadu. That's
Yes, sir.
that's
And we
very
also
important.
include, yes, sir. And we also include translanguaging, metrolingualism,
Yeah.
internet English.
We do that here also in Malaysia. We have that. We have social. Do you have applied linguistics? Do you have social linguistics?
We don't have separate paper like social linguistic, but we bring in social linguistic part of our linguistics paper in PG level.
Okay, all right. Thank you. So at least I see one ELT PhD student here. So if you are submitting your PhD thesis, you can nominate my name as external examiner.
Yes, sir. My guide is Dr. John Sekhar, sir. Yesterday's
John.
resource person.
Oh yeah. John is my good friend. Tell him to nominate me. Yeah? My very good friend. John Sekhar is my very good friend. Yeah, he visited Malaysia and I used to visit him in India. So I hope my session, although it is not long enough to input a lot of things because of my short time given to me, will definitely meet in some other occasions where I can really share my 30 years of knowledge, in traveling all other parts of the world to teach English. Yeah, so it will be nice, and you'll have a different perception once you compare your teaching with other countries. It will be good, like what Dr. Shamila said just now. Maybe we should share some of the papers that I have here, and then we can do some kind of teaching. Yeah, I teach your class, and you try to teach my class. See what happens. Okay, Vaishnavi, you have any questions, Dr. Vaishnavi? One question from ma'am.
Yes, sir. Actually,
I'm calling you by name. I think I'm much older than you, so I just call all by name.
That's okay, sir. It's my pleasure. Sir, my question is, like, we talk about multilingualism, we talk about bilingualism and everything. But what we find over here right now is the students are, if they are not proficient in English, fine, that's a foreign language. But we find that there is a stammering even in their mother tongue, and that will that reflect in the understanding of the second language or third language, whatever they learn, right? So how to cope this becomes an issue right now, and after this post-pandemic, during this post-pandemic era, we find the students interest towards language learning or literature, both ways. At least in literature class, we find that they are we can just attract them by either stories or something. But language class, we need to push them towards an extreme. So I find that how to cope this, like balancing mother tongue and the
I think in Malaysia, what the government did was they make it compulsory. If you don't pass, you don't get your cert. By hook or crook, the students have to pass. As I said, the national language here, if you sitting for 10 papers for the major exam, like O level or A level, if you don't pass the national language, your certificate becomes invalid. So by hook or crook, all the students have to learn and pass. because the government policy is as such that they said either you pass or you come out of the system. Hamlin is asking, how do I manage 20 PhD students? Who is that? Where is
Sir,
that person?
sir,
Yeah.
Mr.
Is it?
sir, your presentation was fine, but I want to present my views. COVID-19 lockdown has promoted online teaching in Tamil Nadu, but parents are very much opposing online teaching because online teaching changed the behavior of the students. But after the COVID-19 lockdown, our UGC has introduced blended mode of learning. In our area at present, many youngsters opt for ELT research. I
Good.
completed my ELT research in the year 2012, but because of my NCC activities, I couldn't pay much attention on ELT. But one of my candidates has submitted her thesis on mobile apps. But fortunately or unfortunately, all those mobile apps have been outdated now.
Okay, sir. So
But
what is your main issue now after COVID? Blended learning is okay for me. Even my university, we are doing blended learning, and it has been made a must. At least 30% is taught using platforms, and 70% is face-to-face lecture. So it's blended learning is, I think, perfectly okay. The literature shows that blended learning is perfectly accepted.
But nowadays here, so good number of young researchers are choosing their PhD research area in ELT, especially these apps, online mode of teaching. Now the latest advantage what you got, artificial intelligence.
Yeah,
But
we cannot stop them. Sir. I see your name is Nishant. Dr. Nishant.
Yes, he's a professor from our department, sir, Dr. Nishant.
Dr. Nishant, you cannot stop students from using AI. Full stop. There's no two way about it, because you stop them here, they use Grammarly. You stop them there, they can use Canva. You stop them there, they can use. There are so many apps. They can use DeepSeek. They use ChatGPT. ChatGPT is only one of the apps, but there are hundreds of apps they can use. You cannot stop. Even international journals now, when you submit your journal article, you can use AI, but you must quote down there. You must acknowledge the report of this study was written with the help of AI. Even in New Zealand and Australia, they accept. Okay, so we cannot stop them, sir. We cannot stop technology. We cannot delay technology. Technology will be going on, and we must do something. Okay, sir. I hope I've answered your question. And just one more last question. I want to someone asked me, how do I cope with 20 PhD students? If you ask me how do I cope, I have a very strict, busy schedule. I have a book whereby every time the PhD students come, sometimes I myself don't remember, what topic I'm going to discuss. So it is all documented. As long as your visit with your students are documented, you can manage 20 students. It's okay. I can manage. What I do is every time I see my students, I take a photo with the student, and whatever comments that I have given, I will write in my notebook, so that the next visit, the student will tell me, last week you gave me these comments, here are the corrections. So if you have a clear record of your meetings with your students, 20 PhD students is not an issue. It's not an issue. Okay, so it's almost 11:30 at night here, almost going to be midnight. So I really got to run. Dr. Rani, you have anything to say before I close the session?
So thank you so much for having accepted our invitation that you have graced to the occasion, sir, in spite of your busy schedule. I actually wanted to record one more thing. I also did my research in ELT.
Awesome. Yeah.
And that is between English and, so that you talked about English and Tamil. My research is linguistic and semantic similarities between English and Tamil proverbs. That's quite an interesting study, sir.
Yeah. I think that will be a good study, yeah?
Yes,
a good
sir,
study
yes, sir.
when you compare two languages.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So can we
We have a formal vote of thanks, sir. Just a minute.
Yes. Thank you, sir, for your valuable insights and patiently addressing our queries. To conclude this session, I invite Professor Maria Bindu to propose the vote of thanks.
Good evening to one and all. A language is not just words, it's a world waiting to be explored. It's my delightful duty to extend a heartfelt vote of thanks to our distinguished resource person, Dr. Mahendran Maniam, Associate Professor from Malaysia University. Sir, your lecture on harnessing multilingualism has been nothing but short of transformative. You have shown us that multilingualism is not merely a skill, but a symphony, where every language adds its own rhythm to the music of world. Your insightful perspectives turned abstract concepts into living experiences. You made us rethink how languages shape our cognition, identity, and even empathy. The way you bridged the world of linguistics with human growth was both intellectually stimulating and emotionally resonant. Your words reminded us that multilingualism is not a limitation, but liberation, an opening of the mind to many worlds and cultures. On behalf of the principal and the Department of English and all participants of this faculty member, I express our profound gratitude for your valuable time, your wisdom, and your warmth. We are enriched by your presence, enlightened by your thoughts, and encouraged to explore the multilingual dimensions of teaching and learning with renewed enthusiasm. Thank you once again, sir, for being the intellectual heartbeat of today's session. May your ideas continue to inspire educators and learners across borders as they did for us today. Thank you. We hope you again to in future to have a collaboration with this. And I sincere heartfelt thanks to all the faculty members and participants for your active participation and enthusiasm, which made the session's grand success. Finally, a special note of gratitude to our organizing committee and technical team for their behind-scene efforts in ensuring the smooth conduct of today's program. Let us carry toward the spirit of learning and collaboration that this FDP embodies. Thank you, and have a pleasant evening. Thank you, all.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. It was a very great, useful presentation for us. Thank you.
Good night, sir. Good night.
I feel not enough because of the time constraint. Maybe some other time we will meet again and have a better session. Yeah. Okay.
For sure, sir. For sure. Thank you.
Bye.